I'm sharing their personal abortion stories online.
That's right.
Yep, as
progressives continue to rage over the high court's ruling.
It's a topic our next guest knows all about. The pro-life message in his 2018 movie gave it box office success, despite being shunned and even canceled by Hollywood.
Dean Cain joins us now. Dean, from the movies to the real world, what is your take from how America's responded to the overturn of Roe v. Wade?
Well, you know, it went from abortion being safe, legal, and rare to shout your abortion. It went a long way in the other direction. I found that very odd. A film like Gosnell, you mentioned, we did in 2018, that film wasn't necessarily a pro-life movie, but if you watch the movie and see the atrocities that man, Kermit Gosnell, committed on viable babies and on the women that he treated, if you call it treatment, if you come out of there pro-life, that doesn't shock me. Hollywood's reaction to this is no surprise to me either. They don't care if they alienate a big part of their audience. They've been so busy preaching their message, they don't really care what people's reactions are. They've been pushing their own agenda for a long time now. But I think that's changing with success of films like, you know, Maverick, the success of like The Daily Wire and stuff like that. I think that's changing because there's a big audience out there who doesn't necessarily agree with all of those Hollywood messages.
Well, and when you think about it, what the Supreme Court said is, you know, they didn't stop abortion. They just said there's no constitutional right. So if you want an abortion, it depends on your state, which is the way, you know, apparently our framers had it, you know, that's what federalism is all about. So a right to an abortion is still there. It just depends on where you are. And for it to have an impact on the elections come November, it should have a big impact at the state and local level.
100%. I mean, for 180 years, that right, the right to abortion, wasn't a constitutional right. It never was a constitutional right, and therefore, through the 10th Amendment, it's something that should have gone to the states and been at the state level. Even Ruth Bader Ginsburg said that was on shaky legal ground. So if you're surprised at Roe being overturned, you haven't really been paying attention that much for the last 20 years.
Well, you have all these celebrities that are sharing their abortion stories. You have Cheryl Burke from Dancing with the Stars, who said, if it weren't for places like Planned Parenthood, she would be a mother. She had an abortion at 18, she says. Alec Baldwin's daughter, Ireland, shared her experience online, saying she became pregnant while in an unhappy relationship. And Meadow Walker, the daughter of Paul Walker, said she had an abortion last year in 2020. Are you surprised by the normalcy of their stories? You know, this is just a normal thing now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's touched my life. It's touched lives of people that I know very close to me. You know, I had a child out of wedlock. There was a decision that his mother could have made, and I am forever grateful and thankful that she didn't make that decision, because my son is the greatest thing in my life, period.
I understand you've got a new project, Brian.
Dean, tell me about Tenacity.
So Tenacity is a book. Oh, look, I have it right here. Tenacity is a book written by a gentleman named Ron Khoury, and it's such a great book. And I just did the audio book version of it, and I've never done an audio book before, but his story is the story of the American dream. His family of immigrants, grew up in Brooklyn, really close-knit family. That was a very important part of his life, and that strong family structure. He went and joined the military, the Marines. He learned his lifelong motto, failure is not an option. Then he applied that to the rest of his life as a businessman in Las Vegas, and he takes you through some pretty incredible stories about trying to do business in Las Vegas with shady people, shady politicians, you know, a lot like, well, I won't pick up current politicians, but a lot of shady politicians and people like that. And then he through hard work and determination, he made himself a very successful businessman. It's a great story, and I really enjoyed voicing the story. So if you want to hear the dulcet tones of my voice for several hours, listen to the audiobook for sure.
You know what, Dean? We've got 17 seconds of you. Listen to this.
Oh, yes.
In my younger years, I was fortunate to possess the inner drive to set a standard and the military training to back it up. That's what this book is about. The determination to overcome any unjust obstacles that may stand in the way of one's dreams. In a word, tenacity.
That sounds great.
That's it. I mean, do you hear the silky smoothness of that?
You can't teach it. You can't
wouldn't want to
teach
listen
it,
to that
Dean.
for 4 hours.
Yeah, you were born with that gift. There you go.
I think you are the first guest that's ever come on our show to promote a book that they did not write, but they're voicing, right?
But you fully back.
Yeah.
Right.
Now we
I have
all
a
know
whole
about
different
the book.
set of skills.
Yes,
Yeah,
you do.
it's unbelievable. You don't stop.
Well, everyone's traveling this summer, so this would be a good book to grab, put in your car.
It's great.
Let your whole family hear it. Is it appropriate for the family?
Right before the 4th of July? Yeah, it's very appropriate for the family. But I don't think that the kids would so much go, oh, Yahoo, this is great. Because it's a lot about the stories and the things that he went through. But I think adults and young adults would certainly appreciate the message.